What's up? It's Nick here with Gashi, my
Yeah.
guy back in Providence, Rhode Island, New England. Thanks for coming back.
Yo, thank you for having me. I love it out here, man.
New album out, new single off that album, radio single. So let's talk
Yeah.
about that first, Safety, with your guy DJ Snake.
Yes.
What's that song mean to you?
Means everything to me. I mean, people love it. I think it's so crazy to see how fast it's growing, you know, and the world loves it. It's like I used to be #1 artist in Europe, and now I'm the #1 artist. And like my #1 fan base is I used to be had #1 fan base in Europe. Now my #1 fan base is the United States, and #2 Nigeria.
Wild.
Because people love Safety, and I think Safety's done that for me, and I'm super humbled and grateful for it.
Back to DJ Snake for a second. You are on the last track of his album, Carte Blanche, Paris. And,
Yeah.
What's that relationship been like? You've been working with him for a long time. Why do you guys work so well together?
Because I just feel like, you know, DJ Snake discovered me in an organic way, found me on SoundCloud, and you know, he saw the way I work. He saw the fact that like I could do like 10 songs an hour, and he said, "You're one of the greatest musicians I've ever met in my life." And he's met a lot of great musicians, you know, but he's like never seen it like that. And I think same thing with London on the track. London on the track, he said, London on the track told me the only people he's seen do what I do is Future and Young Thug, you know, and I think DJ Snake was like such a fan, you know. He's like, he's my big brother, but he's such a big fan of my music, and he just loves working with me because he thinks I'm a hit maker. So he's like, I need a big record, and he's from Paris, so I made a song called Paris for him, and now it's gonna be the theme of his big show in Paris coming up.
He's obviously part of the project, your debut album,
Yeah.
self-titled.
Gashi.
First one out.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little bit now. What's that reception been like from your fans?
Well, it went #1.
Congratulations on
Thank you
that.
so much. It went #1.
So let's stop with that moment. What did that feel like for you?
It felt crazy because I earned it. I think, you know, it went crazy because I earned that. You know, no one bought me to be there.
For someone that has we've talked before about law of attraction and things coming full circle and
Yeah.
putting it out there.
Yeah.
So you think about all of those times where you had to hustle in Times Square, and then fast forward to that moment of looking up at you all
Yeah.
over the place. Like
Yeah.
that, I mean, it's got to be a surreal thing to go through.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's like I said, man. I think I appreciate it so much because I worked so hard to get that, you know. And in life, I think when things don't come easy, you really appreciate them, you know. And it hasn't been easy for me, and to see it happen, it was just such a beautiful thing because, you know, especially in my life, not too many things have gone right. So a lot of things have gone wrong, and when something goes right, I feel like I appreciate that so much, you know. So yeah.
So the album's 16 tracks. It's a little under an hour. Absolute must listen. And one of the songs that really stood out to me that I liked is Rose's track 5.
Yeah.
And it has like it's kind of melodic, and then it goes into like a little EDM drop. And I really think the song's dope. So
Thank you so much.
How did that song come about?
There was these guys from Sweden. We had a session with them, and we did it. We did that shit right on the couch. It was like a living room in the house on the hills, and I went and did the session with them, and I'm gonna work with them a lot on my third album. A lot of pop records on my third album. Because my second album's coming out.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, a lot to talk about. But we did the Roses record, and I believe that Roses is gonna be timeless. I believe Roses is gonna be one of the biggest records of my life. It just hasn't gone there yet. It's like a Lizzo situation, you know.
Before we jump to the new album that's coming out on top of the other album that we just talked about that just came out, you have a lot going on. Tour overseas, Las Vegas residency.
Yeah, I just signed my Vegas residency.
So what's that Vegas residency? Tell us more about it.
Man, the Vegas residency is incredible because even the way it happened was crazy, you know. Shout out Lenny S from Rock Nation, and shout out Mike in Vegas. The way that happened was crazy because I was supposed to do one show in Vegas, and that's it. Just do the show real quick and get out as a favor. And I did the show, and Mike saw it, and the owner of the club saw it and was so excited that they were like, "You're not leaving until we do a deal." So they came to my room after to talk about it. I played on my album, and they were all in. And just like that, man, I signed my deal, which has been one of the biggest moments because they pay good money.
I bet.
Yeah, so
That Vegas money.
Yeah, it's like I could do a show for like an hour and get paid half of what I get in Vegas to perform 2 songs.
Doesn't sound like a bad deal to me.
Put it this way, every time I perform in Vegas, it's a new car.
You pay off bills?
Well, I do pay my mom and dad's bills. Oh, yeah, your bills.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me.
I'm doing fine, everyone. So let's go back to the music now, because we talked about another project that's about to drop.
Yeah.
First off, the single, Mr. Ferrari,
Yeah.
Stargate producing.
Yes.
How did that come about, and what does the song mean?
So I did Mr. Ferrari in 2016 or 17. I don't know, a long time ago. I did the 80s album a long time ago. It was supposed to be the first album I dropped. It's the thing that's so weird is RCA signed me because of my 80s album. They didn't sign me because of the self-titled album. I held it back. I held on to the album, and now we're finally releasing it. It's a big Ferrari is an incredible record. Stargate's incredible. I met up with them. We did it, and we did the record at Santa Monica, and it's an amazing record because, you know, it means something to me. You know, I wrote that record. When I wrote that record, I was going through a hard time because I was supposed to get married, and I was young. I was like 19 years old, and I was in love, and you know, you see somebody all the time, and then you finally start hanging out a lot, and you grow to love each other, and then one day you're just not together anymore, and due to lack of money, lack of you can't take care of me, my parents say, and the parents were like, you know, she came from money, and her parents were like, he can't take care of you, boom, boom, boom. So I got my heart broken to a point where it's like I had anxiety, and I went through the darkest time of my life where I was leaning on taking drugs to calm myself down, and it was killing me. So one day I ended up getting a call, and I ended up signing my deal because of my record Disrespectful. And then when I signed my deal, I went and rented a Ferrari and drove by her wedding and waited for her to come outside with her family. And I waved. They came to the car and said, "Hey, I heard you signed to Jay-Z. Congratulations." And I said, "Thank you so much." And I said, "Congratulations." And that's me just being who I am. I just wanted her to see me in that car. And I drove off. And that's why that song is basically me saying, I don't fall in love anymore. I don't fall in love. I don't fall in love all the time, because that's the way I lost my mind. I fell in love with my ride because that's the way to the money, and me saying to them like, oh, so it's about the money, and that's the way to the money. So that's what that record's about.
Is that song difficult for you to talk about?
Yeah, not only talk about, it's like even perform.
Yeah.
I'm always like in tears when I perform it. You know, it's like that's how much the record means to me. So, you know, the record's doing well. We did like 1 million streams the first day it came out, and it's doing well. But it's not about the numbers. That record could get 2 plays. I don't care because it means so much to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's interesting, you know, we did an interview almost 2 years ago, and I feel like we talked about the same thing, where the best music either comes from that super high place or that super low place. And that one definitely is the latter for you.
Yeah. That was like super low. And that's what that record is, man. I feel like that record means so much to me because it's like I play it now, and the funny part is when I perform it, I get emotional, but sometimes when I'm playing it and I see the way my life turned out, I kind of laugh at all the things I wanted, you know.
Yeah, that's how I want to wrap up. I mean, this is something, if people are seeing him for the first time, this is not an overnight success story. This is a maturation. This is a process of over a decade. So now in this moment of all those things, you've got a #1 album, you've got another album on the way, millions of views, millions and millions of streams. How do you feel in this moment, man?
I feel good. I just feel like there's a lot of work for me keep going and keep going, because I really, you know, I see myself as being like a George Michael of our generation. I see myself being like, you know, a Phil Collins. I see myself being like someone that's, you know, making, like, I am Bono. You know, I'm Bono, bro. Like, I make Bono music. You know, I'm Bono. I'm Elton John. You know what I'm saying? Of our generation, like those are the guys that at first they were like buzzing, but nobody went crazy about them. And then time passes by, and we're listening to them. We're not listening. We're listening to them. They are the timeless artists. They are the people that stood around. This is not the flavor of the year. Like, this is a long term. This is me long term. So it's long term greed. Like, you're not gonna pay me now, but you're gonna pay me in the future. You know what's up. You know you owe me that. You know, so it's just me building my catalog. So when I'm gone and no longer on Earth, you go through my catalog and say, "Oh my God, look how much." And it's all different genre of music too. It's not just one thing. You know, I think that's what talent is me being able to do a rap song, pop song, R&B song, reggae song. Like, this dude had all types of shit. I am the Police, bro. You know what I'm saying? Without saying the Police, I am Sting. You know what I mean? Like, that is what it is, bro. Like, I'm making stuff that my mom and dad could listen to. I'm making stuff that a little kid could listen to. I'm making stuff all ages. And I think that is what the goal is. It's not even about the streams. It's not about the numbers. It's about when you leave, what's your catalog? That's my catalog. Here, go through it, you know, and you're not skipping anything, so it tells you what's up, tells you about me, you know?